It's time to gather together. Hi there, I'm Yelta, and I'll be buying the first round while we chat about Final Fantasy XIV. This is episode 194. Pull up a chair and join us. On the menu tonight, changes to Allagan Tomestones in patch 5.2. Adventure Jumpstart sale ending soon. Valentine's Day comes to Eorzea on January 29th. Dev Tracker, and we have fan mail. But first, let us shoot the shit. What has been going on this week? What's been going on, Ruby?
What's up, Yelta?
Yo.
Valentine's Day coming up pretty
Valentine's
soon.
Day.
Valentwats. I can't wait.
Oh my god.
It's going to be great. Yelta, I have taken umbrage with some unnamed character in this game. I don't know it, but word on the street, and Yelta, you may find this offensive as well. Word on the street is that you and I are elitist trash.
I think that was the quote even, was it? Was
Elitist?
it elitist?
We are elitist. I added the trash part because I know myself, Yelta. I know I'm trash.
And entitled ranters.
Oh, entitled
Ranters, and we're probably
ranters.
toxic endgame players.
Toxic endgame players.
Yeah. Well,
I will accept entitled ranter.
I will accept entitled ranters. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you
I
don't
don't
like it,
know.
don't listen to it. So I guess.
I don't know about that end game business. I was also told about my relic weapon. What was I doing, bragging about my relic weapon?
Something about Eureka weapons, and I'm
my
like,
Eureka weapon.
But you pointed out you didn't even do one.
I didn't finish Pagos.
I don't know.
So you got the wrong guy. I don't know what's up with that. I was trying to think. We'd gotten a report. It was like, hey, somebody was talking about you guys, and this is what was said. And I'm like, oh, well, it's been a long time since I've been called elitist. Maybe like Alexander days or something. And I wasn't even that elite at the time. I'm far from it. Relic, I didn't even do past Pago, so not quite sure. I didn't do much of anything really in the last couple of weeks, and done anything. I've been playing a shit ton of Pokemon Go.
You have them all yet?
I'm like a fucking elitist Pokemon Go player at the moment.
Obviously
No,
what they meant.
I don't have them all yet. I caught a Lapras today. I was very impressed. No, there's a special event that's coming up next week, and I'm on vacation. So for this episode, listeners, we're pumping this out a little bit early because we will be out next week. I will be on a family vacation. It's Lunar New Year. Happy Lunar New Year to everyone. I'll be doing some family celebration for it. And my bean will get to meet his cousins. It's going to be a good time. And I will be in West Palm Beach, I think, which I read reports of falling iguanas today. They're like frozen iguanas or something happening in Florida. The temperature never gets to the 40s or 30s in Florida. Apparently, when that happens, the reptiles fall from the trees. So I may bring home an iguana.
Oh my goodness.
No, PETA will get me. I'm not bringing home any reptiles, but I may see some frozen reptiles. Hopefully the weather changes before we get there. I think it's supposed to be 70-degree weather, which is much like my weather. I live in Texas. It's 31 day, 70 the next. So I should be okay with Florida weather. It'll be a good time. I'll be catching Pokemon, and then when I get back, then we'll be getting close to Valentine's Day, which I'm excited for. It's one of the events that I actually do like in 14, the holiday type events. I like them all for the most part, but Valentine's usually has a pretty decent story. It's got cute music, and we will talk about it later, but we're actually getting some good shit this year, so I'm pretty happy about that. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to what's coming up around the bend. We're starting to get that trickle of 5.2 information, and I'm excited to see what happens in the story and what other stuff we're going to be getting. It's a mixed bag, right? Like we know the stuff we're getting, but there's going to be major changes. Like the crafting stuff is still changing, and we're going to have some major changes. We even have an EX trial that we are not sure. We think it's an EX trial, yeah.
We have something with question marks, right?
With question marks.
It was listed next to the other trial, so it's like,
So we'll see. We'll see. But for now, sipping on some rum.
Oh, yeah.
And talk about some Final Fantasy XIV stuff with my pal Yelta, and she's going to tell us what she did this past week.
Well, I probably wasn't elitist trash this week. I've kind of been leveling, just doing like a roulette, usually MSQ roulette, for that chunk O XP, and then like just the 1 Beast Tribe dailies. But I did push Warrior to 80, so I can now equip that Hades axe I won but couldn't use, so I feel pretty good about that. I got Monk to 74, Astrologian to 75. Just before we started recording, I got Dark Knight to 73. I saw Rathalos party in Party Finder, so joined that, and we farmed up enough, so I have the mount. So I have a Rathalos.
Nice.
And then last week I noticed after a hunt party, I was getting close to the 3,200 Kupo Nutsacks. So I now have my Forgiven Retinence mount. Is that how you say it? Reticence.
Sure.
I don't know.
Reticence?
But anyway,
I don't know.
Reticence. So I have that mount now too. So it was a special mount week, apparently. I don't know. But, reticence. The internet says reticence. Then I saw a Pyros party in Party Finder, so I've been wanting to do it was specifically a warped lockbox farm. So I joined that, and in like a couple hours, I had like 23 copies of the emote. I had the samurai barding for my chocobo. I had like 4, 5, 6 of the minions. Wow. And it was just kind of a good time too. So I joined their Crossroad Link Shell. They were doing frozen lockboxes today, but I was probably not gonna try to do that and play and podcast at the same time. So yeah, and I think they were gonna do. Some people had gone into BA today too. I saw, so maybe a group of people. I can get some of that stuff I hadn't gotten yet. I'm still missing a couple mounts. I'm still missing I don't know, I think a couple minions, a couple mounts, that kind of thing. I think I'm missing emotes still. Oh yeah, I got a whole bunch of that. Yeah, that's what I said. I got a whole bunch of the emote. And somebody must be either running a bot or watching constantly. Because I would switch from one character. I'm selling like 7 of these emotes. 7 retainers. Every time I'd be on the next retainer, that person's would have popped back to the top. So they were resetting their price every time somebody else put one up.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just pretty impressive. And then I'd go do something else for a while and come back and check my retainers. And I'd set them all again. So like a couple of them would try to be above that one person who was selling 2. And as soon as I'd be on the second one, they'd bounce back up to the top. So I don't know, man. And that happened for 4 days. So they were apparently watching very closely.
Very.
Yeah. I think somebody else must have noticed or something too, because I think I sold one while I was in 3rd place. I don't know if people have noticed this person always resets constantly to be under. I mean, it's not much different than what I was doing. I just thought it was unusual that every time I would get through my whole list of 7 and every other one, as soon as I switched to the next one, they'd be at the top of the list again. So it's like, they are camping that pretty hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then I think I undercut a little bit on one of them, and then they undercut by like 20,000, so I don't care. It didn't take me hardly anything to do. Brock was like, hang on to them. The price will stabilize. And I'm like, but these are inventory -1s, and I'd rather just get rid of them. And then I was like asking people in the free company if they wanted any, because I'm like, I have 23 of the goddamn things. He's like, save it, you can make more money later. And I'm like, well, I don't even need Gil. What do I need Gil for? I mean, I guess I could buy the mounts I don't have, but I would rather go do the content and get the stuff, meet some people, chat and party. It's more fun for me than. Now, if I really got stuck and I just wasn't getting the goddamn drop, I would probably eventually go buy it, but. And then I used that samurai barding, and I laughed because I looked up what it costs after I used it. It was like multiple millions and millions. Like, oh well. I have samurai barding for my chocobo. What else? I have been doing mostly MSQ roulette. I've been getting Praetorium pretty much every time. So I'm up to 45 of those new Moogle irregular tombstone thingies. So I'm probably going to get the 100 and then not worry about it. But I'm leveling jobs anyway, so why not? I think I did pop into Hidden Gorge once too. But whatever. I don't know what I'm doing in there. So I just kind of try not to die.
It's a good strategy.
Yeah. Well, somebody said if you don't know what you're doing, go run down and get the little canisters of fuel or whatever the hell it is. Mm-hmm. So I did some of that.
Yeah, I've done that before, but then I've got yelled at like my group is not doing the robot. So it's like, well, I got to go do a robot. I don't know.
Oh. So we had robots up all the time. So I think we needed
good.
the fuel anyway. And I did like go and like kill some people too, but I don't know. But I did some stuff. None of it was real exciting, but some of it was kind of fun. I guess that's it. There's a lot of people. There's like not a lot going on. It seems like in Party Finder. There's like some people trying to, look for groups. There's a lot of people selling stuff. There are a lot of RP bars and stuff. Mm-hmm. The Party Finder's completely full of that. A bunch of I should find the screenshot. There was some like Aura Girl RP No Limits. Like
no limits?
No limits.
Shit, where was I? You should have called me.
I don't know, man. I was almost curious enough to be like, and what does that mean?
I can think some pretty far out shit. Speaking of shit, I saw a picture I think it was on the shit post. It was somebody had made a bathroom, and it was covered in shit. And I don't know how they did it, but it was a pretty good picture. And they had their golden frog suit on, sitting
I saw that.
in a pile of shit in the bathroom.
That was well done.
It was very well done, for a pile of shit. So
cute Aura escort for hire. No limits and no strings attached.
No strings attached. So you're not going to stalk me after this, huh? All right.
I don't know. There was like another one.
How much?
I hadn't scrolled down. I didn't scroll down and take the picture of the other one, but there were like
Aura?
two on the same page. Aura.
Okay.
Yeah. It was. Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Now, see, now I feel bad. I said, okay, and there's a subset on that official forum that would call me some kind of weirdo for being attracted to a petite aura. I think so. I think there's some weird people out there. I mean, God forbid you said it was a Lalafell, Yelta. They throw me in the camp with
this man right here, officer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The Party Finder's full of there's a couple learning parties around still. Now you have to check it all the time. That's one of the things that people who complain. There's nothing going on in game. There's nothing in Party Finder. It's not been my experience. It's just it moves fast. You have to constantly be checking it. There might be nothing that you want to do, and then all of a sudden there've been like 3 things I want to do. So, all right, that was about my week, I guess. You can shoot the shit with us. Come to the website GTFFXIV.com and let us know what you've been up to. I don't know if anybody's done that lately. No one has. First round is news. This one it says changes to Allagan Tomestones, but it's the same thing it ever was, right? Mm-hmm. Every single time we get a new Tomestone, they add a new one. The Allagan Tomestones of Allegory.
Allagan Allegory.
Allagan Allegory. Why are they Allagan Tomestones? They don't even seem to know what Allagans are on the first.
I don't know.
Okay. And then they're removing Mendacity and Genesis, so you will be able to trade those in. Whatever, the new one that we had before. That one's going to lose its cap. And I'm going to sneeze a bunch. The Allagan Tomestones of Phantasmagoria. Phantasmagoria. That one is going to 2,000 cap. Oh, no, that's to stay. Oh, that's just they're removing the weekly cap, as always. Mm-hmm. Goetia won't be available anymore. You won't be able to trade him in for anything. Mendacity and Genesis, they're going to be removed completely. Now, we should have traded all of those in already.
You should, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can still do it, so go do it.
Yeah. And Poetics are still there. And the Poetics are, I think, forever and ever going to be the intro Tomestone.
Yeah, I think that's the case. I really wish they had done something different with the naming connotations. Number one, I think we are now at a point in 5.0. Why are we still using Allagan Tomestones? That's such a third astral era kind of shit. You know, yes, that fits in 2.0 story and 3.0s, but it's like we're kind of getting away from the Allagan. I guess maybe we'll see Allagans again, you know, whatever. And then it's just always with the weird names. There's the troll thread on the official forums if you haven't seen it about like the big words and everybody's using big words. And it's not so much that these are big words, but it's cumbersome. Like it's like there's a Twitter bot.
Who's going to type out Phantasmagoria?
There's a Twitter bot that's like fuck blank, and it always like randomly fuck cheese, fuck, you know, whatever.
Okay.
And it just pops up random words, and I feel like they're using the fuck whatever random name generator to come up with these things. Fuck Allegory, fuck Phantasmagoria, fuck Goetia. I just wish the naming connotation would go a different direction now. And my final thought is I don't like that they stuck with Allagan Tomestones of Poetics to be the last one. I feel like it should be something just, I don't want to say more generic, but like something more solid than that. Not one of the types of the tomestones that we used in 2.0. It should feel more special. Not we threw a dart against the wall and it landed on Poetics, so that's the name
Poetics
that we're going to keep.
what it was at the end of, you know,
why not the thing at the beginning of it? I don't.
Yeah, something that made it more obvious that this is a different kind of tomestone. This is the starter tomestone. I don't know, man. Yeah,
if you were going to get rid of all the other naming connotations, this should be, some tomestone that you know. Because Poetics didn't get you 60 and 70 gear back in the day. There was no such thing. So I don't think it should now. I think it should be some other tomestone or, super elegant tomestone.
Yeah, some generic, maybe a more generic name that kind of reflected it.
This is me, entitled bitching again, Yelta. That's what I do.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be nice if it was named something different. And this is the constant thing forever in this game too, is the tomestone grind, the weekly cap of one kind, and then they get downgraded and which forces dungeon gear to be useless.
Yeah.
That,
these aren't going away. It's just how do you want to farm them? Obviously, dungeon farming is the boring one, right? So we only the soulless loot tunnel. So they're only giving us one of those per patch now. We'll have to come up with other ways
for every other patch, right?
I
don't even think we're getting. Is it 1 and 1 and 1 every time now?
Isn't it 1 and 1 and 1? Yeah,
it might be now. I lose track.
I don't know. But,
so one per patch.
Yeah, so there's other ways. If you did hunts, you can get these really fast if you get on the hunt train. And I guess our hope is that, as they take away from the soulless loot tunnel, that they give us some better options to farm these tomestones, Allagan tomestones.
And do you get tomes when you do PvP, right?
That's right.
So that's, another way you could get them. I don't think you get them when you do Palace of the Dead, or I don't even know what other content is there. All raids and stuff give you some of one type or another, right? The newest raids give you, but it's not much, right? If you're only running if you're running one series, or, one time through everything, it still leaves a lot of tomestones. I don't know. I haven't bothered to cap in how long though. So
if you've got decent gear, there's not really a reason to, unless you are building a gear set for another job, right? So,
right.
I think you can honestly get by right now if you had everything from the 24-man raid. I mean, unless you're pushing some far end game content. I wouldn't take it into T, but there's plenty of gear out there that you can get through casually, and play casually and get into 5.2 and honestly not have any issues, I think.
Oh, for sure. Yep. All right, then Adventure Jumpstart Sale ending soon. I don't even remember what this was with this jump pots.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you haven't already bought your jump pot, all level boost items have 20% off. So that is over very soon. So instead of being $25, or $20. All right. Valentine's Day comes to Eorzea on January 29th. This, of course, is, this and the Moogle Tomes is what some reasons you can't unsub. We were talking before the episode. We have some free company members who were like, I'm going to unsub till, patch 5.2. And I'm like, until you find out they trickle some content at you, give you a seasonal event. So the seasonal event has a voting period. It's from Wednesday, January 29th to Sunday, February 9th. And then there's a results of the voting period, February 9th through February 17th. The event starts in Old Gridania. You got to be level 15, and you have to have already done the quest, It's Probably Pirates. So if you haven't done that yet, I don't even know why you're listening to this show.
Yeah, for real.
Lisette's 3 proteges are competing to see which of them most deserves to assume the role of emissary of love for this year's festival. To this end, a vote will be held to decide who among them can offer the most inspired and insightful advice to Eorzea's lovelorn. You can only vote once, and your vote will be counted in the world where it was completed. So you can vote for Astrid, Rodrigolt, I don't know how you say that, and Bert.
Hey, Bert.
Hey, Bert.
I've already seen that. I've seen that.
You seen it already?
Yep. Got Bert's head there. He's yellow, just like Bert.
He's yellow, just like Bert. Choose your emissary and show your colors with one of 3 endearing sets of festive garb. These are colorful, I guess. Looks like ladies have a dress and tights, and men have actually a pretty cute vest and pants. And everybody has a really dumb-looking hat, in my humble opinion. But that's just my opinion. But what's weird for this is they're really the same model, just they're named different and have a different default color based on who you vote for. So if you vote for Astrid, you get the red version, which is the rose. Get the rose dress or the rose waistcoat. And if you vote for Rodrigolt, you get the Forget-Me-Not waistcoat or dress. And if you vote for Bert, you get I don't even know how to say that, acacia?
I guess so.
It must be acacia. And then they also at the bottom helpfully tell you what color you can use to dye if you want to change what you got. But they're all named differently. So this year you can't actually get one of everything, but you kind of do. They're just named different.
Right.
So they're cute. You get shoes, tights or pants, gloves, a dress or a waistcoat, and a hat. They're pretty cute.
I'm a fan, honestly. As far as the hat goes, I'll address that. It's pretty par for the course because we've been given ugly Valentine's Day, or it was ugly. What's the other one? Little Ladies' Day. I'm not fond of that outfit and the silly hat that goes on that. This seems pretty close to that stupid hat that's on the females on that, males too. But I like the outfits. This looks like a mix and match with that other outfit we had crafted. There's a crafted gear that's got this kind of checkerboard.
Kind of party color.
Yeah, it's
reversed.
the company something or another. Can't think of it off the top of my head.
Yeah. I never made those. Some of us even thought of getting some.
They're pretty damn easy to make at this juncture.
Yeah.
I think that was a 3.0 recipe. Could have been a 2.0, late 2.0. And I'll try to pull up the actual name of it if you don't already have it pulled up. But it's I think it could be done as a mix and match because that one's got a nice hat that would fit with it. Although the men's bowler is actually pretty cute. And then with this vest, I'm looking at the men's
Company.
stuff. Yeah, company.
It was company,
so it is company.
tabard, company. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you could pull off some mix-and match with the company gear. And
if they dye the same, that's the other hard part in this game. Is sometimes you can use the same dye and it does not even dye the same. Even
that is true. That it could be
it's worth
that
trying.
But they tell you which dyes to try there. So, I mean, if you can do a test on it and it works, great. Maybe you can mix and match and have some fun with it. If not, c'est la vie. But I think it's actually pretty cute, and I like the voting thing. This, just in relation to Pokemon Go, because I've been playing that. They too in February have a vote event. You get to vote for which Pokemon you want for their community event for the month. So, Valentine's February. It's a very votey. I don't know. Maybe it's because we're in an election year. Who knows?
Oh my god!
Oh, we got a fountain.
Yeah,
Hey-o.
so the chocolate fountain, and it dies. And I think it dies. I think it's dying.
The flavor, right?
Is it the same? Is that the same?
That can't be this. I mean,
one's got a thing of fruit next to it.
Yeah, but I think those are separate. Huh? Oh no! Look, if you turn it, the fruit's there with the two glasses. You see, it's behind the one on the right.
Where's the fruit pie on the one on the left and you see the tray?
Oh, well, fuck that stuff, the cornucopia and shit. It's the tray that I think is you're going to get the tray, the two cups with the sticks coming out of it, and the actual fountain. I think that's what you get.
So you think the stack of plates are maybe something else?
It's something else. The pie is something else. And I've made the cornucopia before. I know that's something else. I think the dyeable here is going to be your flavor of chocolate, because you got a strawberry-looking fountain here to the left. That's impressive. I think that was a very wise one. I guess you can have blue chocolate or something, but who's going to do that?
No, I think it's cute. Chocolate fountain, complete with a range of fruit and other sweet treats. Just try not to get any chocolate on the upholstery. All right, so they've just put other stuff on these tables.
Yeah.
What table is that with the cute tablecloth? Some listener tell me what table that is, because it's kind of a cute tablecloth. Well, and then the cart I haven't looked at housing stuff in a while.
Yeah, I don't even know what that cart is.
That rolling cart on the side is cute too. Like a little buffet table. Very nice. I think the rewards are fun. I know we sometimes complain when we don't get something we can use, or we only get housing items, and a lot of people don't have houses, but I do think it's interesting, and it's got the meteor symbol on it.
There was a while I felt like we were spoiled on gear. We expected gear to come from every holiday event, and then they stopped giving us gear, and it's made it special again when we get outfits.
And I think they kind of rotate too, right? We don't always get, gear for every one, but some, I don't know if they have a pattern planned out, or if they do whatever feels right. Like 2019, what did we get? So 2019 was like the worst. We got that Dark Knight sword and the Culinarian's knife. Do you remember that? And then 3 food items for the table, and that's the same table in that picture. Yeah. Okay, the little stuffed mammoth was cute, but all 3 of these things you had to either have a house or an apartment to even see. The Culinarian's secondary tool was like whatever, and that Dark Knight sword looked like an unfinished piece of crap to me.
We had to rank every year's.
Every year's.
At the end of the year, we should rank the holiday events in order of greatest to worst, or least to best, something like that. That'd be good.
Well, 2018 was the mount, which was the broken heart left and right.
Oh, the chairs, yeah.
Yeah, and the rose wagon, which I actually use in
I like that
house.
Rose wagon. It's pretty.
Yeah. But
I mean, way back when they gave a strawberry shortcake outfit.
Oh, that's right. We got the Dote emote. That was from 2017. And the little angel minion, which was kind of weird. Oh, that broken heart chair must have been in there twice. Because 2016, we got a Paramore bed. The broken heart chair left, right. We have some earrings and that hat. What was the strawberry shortcake? It can't be much further back because
it must have been the original one. It's the goofy-looking one. Yeah, with the hat with the heart on it.
Because it's like you have mittens on.
You got Paramore earrings and the necklace and...
I don't know, man. I probably skipped a year. armor, accessories. But anyway, you get different stuff, different years, and it's kind of nice that you don't always know. Some years are a little weak, though. But this year looks good to me. And it's usually cute, right? The event usually has some cute dialogue or whatever. So let's see. Oh, Ruby, you pointed out this one, the latest Lodestone updates.
Oh, yeah. Well, they have a bulletin for some latest Lodestone updates. And there are some. This isn't the thing that I had found. This one is the recipe trees were added to the Lodestone. So that's a deal, and that happened just on the 22nd. But what I discovered was that on the official forums, and I'm going to navigate there now. On the official forums, on the right-hand side, I do this at work all the time. I'm looking at the official forums. I have to click the little menus on the right to do the search and all this other stuff. And I noticed that the Dev Tracker menu on the right looks like little nested menus now. It always had this brown bar around it, darker border around it. But the small arrows where you can hide popular threads in Dev Tracker, I don't recall those being there. Could be wrong about that. But the double arrow as well, that where you can completely hide that menu, that seemed very new to me. This could all be completely old stuff, but I look at the forums a lot, and I had not noticed that before. So it seems like there were some little changes made there. Again, it could be just me, and I didn't see any official announcement, but I like it. It, if I hadn't been using it before, I'm going to start using it now so I can see the page in greater detail. I notice it because I look at the dev tracking a lot. And in preparation for the podcast, I look at the dev tracker to see if anything has been new. And there hasn't been a whole lot recently, but it finally kind of refreshed. We did have one today that we'll cover. Before that, it was just like, yeah, we've got the digest for whatever live letter. And it was just a long list of each of those posts. And now it seems like it's a little cleaned up. So if anything, they cleaned up this little bar on the right-hand side.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. I didn't notice. I check the forums mostly on my phone, so I don't notice. I see the mobile version, so it's interesting to hear what you see. All right, let's take some shots. This is the thread ban. The Frontlines pre-made issue has not been fixed. I actually had read this one a little bit myself. So what is the core of this problem is? Let's see. I can only assume the reason SE decided to prevent 8-man pre-mades was to break up full alliance pre-mades, a particular problem on Aether with adders, while letting people still play with their friends, just in smaller parties. Having one alliance be coordinated while the others are basically pugs makes matches incredibly one-sided and no competition at all. I assume not allowing 8-man parties was to make things more fair. I could be wrong, but I don't know. The problem is this hasn't changed anything. The pre-mades are still in adders and still queue together, but to get into the same match as one. They're broken in smaller parties, but they're still all in the same grand company and are funneled there. I won't go over the specifics of how they do it, but I believe the easiest solution to fix this is to make it so pre-made groups are forced into free. Oh, which is what they did.
Which is what they did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they made some changes. This thread started back in November. People started seeing issues with this before the fix came in to put people as freelancers in here. And this thread goes on for quite some bit. And then it starts getting like, everybody's like, well, it's fixed now. They're fixing it. And there's still a group of people on here going, this ain't fixed. Something's wrong. I'm still losing all the time, or something just feels fucky with it, and it's hard to explain. Well, there was a post, and this happened on the 15th of this month. Again, this thread started back in November, and if you don't mind, I'm going to read Redrina's response to this. And this was one of the posters, Darker Midnight is the name, says, there are a lot of statistically improbable things going right now in PvP, but I guess it's just one voice drowned out by the ocean. I'm just extremely disappointed that people are still finding ways around the fix and dominating PvP regardless. So reiterating, the fix was in, making people freelancers, but people weren't feeling it. It still felt lopsided. Redrina's response here. Greetings, everyone. Thank you for your feedback. The adjustments made in patch 5.18 were put in place to improve randomization of party members in frontline campaigns. Players are no longer assigned according to their Grand Company membership and are instead treated as freelancers. However, under certain conditions, when registering as a party, there is currently a slightly higher chance of being grouped with other players who also registered as a party. This issue is difficult to fully resolve with only the immediate measures taken in 5.18 and requires fundamental changes to the matching system. Because the matching system is comprised of highly complex processes, making changes to the core of the system requires fine-tuning and a multitude of validation checks. As such, fundamental changes to the processes are currently scheduled for patch 5.2. A shuffling system is currently being developed for patch 5.2, which will evenly distribute players into alliances regardless of whether they have registered solo or as a party. We ask for your patience as we continue to work to address this issue for patch 5.2. People seemed happy that they brought this response. I had seen some posts that people still were getting queued into Maelstrom. It seemed like every time they got in, they were getting queued into the same group, and they did not understand why it was doing that. I know there was a post somewhere that said something about Maelstrom, and I don't know where I read this or where this came out of, but it said that something was happening that was making people getting forced to one Grand Company over another. They said that it has to be changed from the ground up. There's a serious issue with the matchmaking that they would have to fix to make this right. It's not fixed. They thought it was fixed. It's not fixed. So if you're still having fun with PvP, go at it. It's a great place to level, I think. It can be fun. But if you're really trying to go for these wins, you may not get the fix that you want until patch 5.2.
Well, and I understand the change and I support it, but at the same time, this was something I like to do with 6 to 8 people from the free company, and it still bothers me that I can't play with my friends, and I know we were probably just getting stomped by other pre-mades anyway, but somebody did come back with, give us 8-man parties back when you fix it.
Yes, I read that. It is sad. We've talked about this in previous episodes. It seems like to fix things, they just have to completely gut and dumb down and just make things bad before they fix it. And, PvP has had some issues where the communication and just seemed like one thing after another to keep people from collaborating. We talked about this at length. It's like I get the feeling that Yoshida wants the difficulty to come out of chaos, lack of collaboration, Tower of Babel. Like if people can't communicate and can't cooperate and can't correlate, then it'll all just be mass chaos and everybody will have fun. And I don't know if that's actually true. I don't know if just doing that makes it true. But then the other side, I read these official forums, and man, if 2 people can talk to each other, well, by howdy, they've rigged it in their favor. It's a lopsided match. 2 people are communicating, and they're getting shit done, and it's lopsided. Well, everybody can fucking communicate. Then talk. Talk to each other. I don't know. But
we definitely do better, even in a pug, when one person or a couple people become generals, right? They start saying where to focus. If somebody takes the lead, I'll do what they say. But otherwise, if no one talks and if I haven't queued in with anyone and we don't have a plan,
you're going to lose.
Whatever, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what the right fix is. I miss feeling that me on any job can get something done. Even if I got to throw rocks at you and slow you down and get away or something, I like the feeling that I could get something done. Maybe it would be very hard for me as a white mage to kill a paladin or something like that. It'd be it's probably a stalemate at that point, but maybe a white mage could kill a ninja or something, you never know, but they don't really give you that kind of autonomy in this, and that's what I would want. I would want to be able to to be able to do something almost on any job. But, that's not the direction they went. We'll see what they change in 5.2. They got to rebuild it. So, we'll see.
Well, and the rest of the game, outside of, like, maybe extremes or savage fights, there's almost no... The game doesn't really encourage you to interact with other players as human beings. So the game doesn't really sell communication. So I feel like they're trying to, like, make it so you can't collaborate because it will give you an advantage. And I get it. When someone queues in, if one whole alliance queues in as a bunch of solo people, it's going to be chaos. And if, you could even get 2 parties of 4 players who queued in together, and if they work together even amongst themselves, it could make a big deal, a big change. So I don't know if the answers they're going for are helpful either, but I don't know if there's a good answer, a good solution to this. But I mean, I quit PvPing pretty much totally when they made it so it's not 8-man anymore, because I really only like going in with free company people, and I don't want to only take 3 people. That 5th person who logs in or signs up is just fucked. And yeah, I suppose we could start building a second party. It's so limited. It's so limited. And I want to be able to win sometime. I think the whole structure of Final Fantasy's PvP is just kind of broken anyway. You've got the competitive stuff, but then, you're not allowed to work together because that'd give you an advantage. I don't know, man. And all I really frickin' want is some of my emotes and music or minions and shit. So, and if I can't get wins, then I can't get, that's why I don't have some Garo stuff. I know I could get good, or I guess I could have, spent some time finding a group who actually wanted to do it and queue in together, and I don't know. I don't know what their ultimate answer is, but it's just not in a good state for a casual PvPer, that's for sure. All right. You have any thoughts on what they could do to fix it, or?
Absolutely not. I don't know what you would...
nothing.
I got nothing on how to fix this stuff. I mean, I would love to see them at least fix the matchmaking system, whatever that means. I mean, we could have a discussion about how a lot of the shit that they put together in 2.0, these systems that they have in place are all failing them, where it's almost like, God damn, do we gotta fucking meteor this shit all over again to make things work? And as we go, they are slowly meteoring these little systems and rebuilding them. We did it to the job system in 4.0, and we're doing it to the crafting system now, and if they got to do it to PvP, the prayer is that, the next astral era is better than the one before, right? I mean, if you're going to fix it, fix it. So if you're going to tear up the matchmaking system, fix it. But know what you're doing with PvP first. So if you've got 2 separate issues with matchmaking not happening right, but your PvP actions and things seem imbalanced and things of that nature, you do have to fix both, but is one weighing heavy on the other? Which one takes more precedence? What? Like, they know what they're doing. I don't. I hope. And I hope that they tackle the right issue in the right time and they build up to whatever. I just don't want to see it just so clustered out that it just ends up being just a big fucking shit fest. I don't know.
Well, and they do have to fix anything that's a cheat or what's the other words for that? Not so much a cheat, but just like using an in-game system to kind of get around something else. An exploit. If people are able to queue in as a full alliance or some shit, that's bull. I don't know. I don't want to feel like I have to figure out how to do this to be able to compete, right? Mm-hmm. I don't want to do the bad things just so I can get some wins. That's not fair either. All right, well, good luck to the team. May they come up with some brilliant ideas, and I do hope that the matching is fixed in 5.2. All right, happy hour. We got a tweet or a series of tweets, and I want to thank, I haven't done any of this yet, but Alkaline gathered together some tips on Masked Carnival 29. Apparently it took them 3 days nonstop till they got it. The single target reflex spell with heavy works pretty well to use on when the primal and cooldown spells aren't available. So they switched from Glower to reflex and did better. I think I might have been using both. So give some tips and tricks, and I have not gone back in there yet. I think after the last time I complained about this, I got a little further than I had previously. So hopefully I can just wrap it up, because that's the other content I wanted to do in this patch, was wrap up all the Blue Mage content. And the only thing I haven't done is Masked Carnival 29 and 30, and then I haven't done any of the Blue Mage log stuff. I have all my spells other than the rays you can get, but that's what I'm locked behind right now is Masked Carnival. And I know we've even got free company people who want to do this. They want to go do the raids as Blue Mages and stuff, but eventually, I suppose. Yep. So thank you for that tweet. I do appreciate it. I do have a last call. I forgot about this earlier, so Ruby doesn't even know. Calls from Phoenix Down Radio messaged me the other day, and he is thinking of doing a meetup in Minnesota. There's a place called Victoria Borough. This looks like a ton of fun, honestly. I think there's a restaurant. They have axe throwing. They have video games. They have, other interesting stuff there. It looks like. I don't know what else they got. They got food. The food looks good. I do like me some food. Food and drinks. I'll show up, right?
Hell yeah.
So we're not sure exactly what day. It kind of depends on when it works out for us, but we're thinking the end of February or the beginning of March. So, and I think Victoria is just really not that far from my house, so it won't even be that far to find.
Nice.
I know. All right, but I guess that's it. You got anything else?
I don't have any meetups to go to. I might have to travel up there and come hang out with you guys.
Yeah, just come on down. Yeah, it's 14 whole miles from my house. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 14.5 miles. I think I can probably make that. I didn't know it was so close. I asked my husband. I'm like, Klaus wants to do this thing. I'm not sure how far away it is. Blah 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 blah. And he's like, "Dude, that's really close." Well, he didn't call me dude, but
you heard dude in your head.
I heard dude in my head. But so, yeah, I'm looking. I like a good meetup. Hopefully, it'll be a fun time. So, I'm sure I will shout out more as it gets closer, as plans come together. So, all right, then it's closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. You can find links to all of our episodes and blog posts on our website, www.gtffxiv.com. While you're there, please leave us a comment. And if you'd like to, you can support us by clicking the donation button. You can find us on Twitter at GTFFXIV. Email us at gtffxiv@gmail.com. Please rate us. Personal plugs, Ruby.
Yes, you can find me on Twitter at RubiconVale, RubiconVale.
And you can find me on Twitter at Yeltasumasu, YELTASUMASU. As always, thanks for listening, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.